All right, turning to some other news, crews repairing thousands of dollars worth of vandalism at a park in South Knox County. And now county officials are looking at why this happened exactly, but they tell me they think they have a solution to make it all stop.
County employees spent the day scraping, spraying, and painting over spray paint vandals left behind at French Memorial Park in South Knoxville.
It was a mess. We scrubbed it, pressure washed it, sanded it down a little bit, and painted it.
It's a mess that's costing the taxpayer.
This year alone, we've probably spent about $5,000 just in vandalism. And that's just materials. That's not counting the labor.
The park is about 7 miles from downtown Knoxville, and although it's not completely fixed, it looks way better than it did a few days ago.
If you're looking at the vandalism that happened to this park behind me and saying to yourself, this is something that a pressure washer could easily fix, you'd be wrong. This has taken several days, a lot of man hours, and officials say this could cost up to $3,500 to fix.
I mean, it's taxpayers having to pay for it, so everybody, whenever something like this happens, everybody's having to foot the bill.
One way to keep that bill low is to take steps to avoid things like this from happening. Officials say security cameras are a pretty good place to start.
This year's budget, July 1, we have $60,000 for cameras. So we're really not sure which parks that they'll go in, but we're going to be putting some cameras in some of the parks.
County officials say with school out, this is usually when they see an uptick in things like this.
Not necessarily this bad, but you'll have some vandalism at all parks.
And as long as there's vandalism in Knoxville, there will be groups aimed at stopping it. The nonprofit Keep Knoxville Beautiful says the number of volunteers they have increased by more than 200 from last year. And they go out, they remove graffiti, and also give out graffiti removal kits to people in need.